welcome back to a 70-second Viper video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the loud music. So we're going to be playing DCS World. This is not like a normal mission that we normally do, just fly around and that. We're actually going to be starting a new series. We're going to be taking naval vessels against each other, and who knows, maybe something else. So, in the first episode, we're going to take the Russian Russian battle cruiser, Moskva. This is an amazing ship. And then we're going to be going against the American cruiser, Ticonderoga. And we're going to let them battle out. Now, to mention, I am not controlling any of these. This has the AI on excellent skill level, and this has the AI on excellent, the Ticonderoga. They're both maxed out at flank speed. The Moskva is a little bit faster by 3 knots, can top out 33 knots. And the Ticonderoga maxes out at 30 knots. It's pretty hard. So we're going to let them battle out. All the waypoints are as close as I could get them. The Moskva is going to come here. And they should engage much before they get into that. But if they ever get this close without dying, both of them, they're going to start doing some maneuvers. Now, we can measure the distance out as... Let's take this. They're approximately 81 miles away from each other. That's pretty far. So if it ever gets a little boring, we'll put on time compression. So, without further ado, let's get started. Save our changes, and let's hit start. So, I'm gonna be game master. I'm not controlling any of these ships. None of them I'm controlling. So there you go. They're gonna start to battle out. Oh, look at the Moskva. Moskva's already moving at 30 knots. But if I'm not mistaken, she was Oh, now she's slowing down. This is my first time doing these things, so I'm probably going to mess things up. But she's actually holding a still 27 knots. And the Tycho is starting to go too. So let's take some immediate noticement. The Tycho has two 127mm guns. Two 127mm guns as their deck ornament. It has a couple Sea Whizzes. It looks to have 2 Sea Whizzes. Has some Bushmasters. 30mm Bushmasters, if I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of radars. Pretty typical. And a bunch of SM-2, which are like the defense missiles, and harpoons. Moskva, however, is a little bit different. The Russians have a little bit of a different doctrine in their navy. The Russians have 2 AK-130s, the scariest guns. Like, literally, these guns are scary. Has 16 missiles, and they're huge anti-ship missiles, supersonic, I think even pushing Mach 2. Has a couple of AK-30s. And that looks to be it. I mean, I know that's not it, but... let's see how scary these things are. But I will notice the Moskva will attack much sooner due to the fact that it's a much more long-range focused ship. So they're both steaming at flank speed. For some reason, the Moskva is only cruising at 27 knots, and the Tico is pushing flank at 30. Maybe it's just the mission editor lied and they push 26, 27 knots. So... let's see what's going to happen. My vote is on the Russians due to their scary missile designs. Of course, if we deter the winner, we're going to start putting them into rounds and competitions. But my goal is on the Moskva due to it being a much longer range vessel. So it's more of a stand-alone kind of vessel. This thing can kind of defend itself versus the Tycho, which is more of a escort. But you never know. The NATOs do have a lot of things up their sleeves. Let's measure the ranges. They should be coming up on each other shortly. They're 65 miles away. So they're going to start opening any time now. I don't know why they're going to be holding. Maybe I just programmed it wrong. Now, let's measure distance. Approximately 58 miles. Yeah, they're 38 miles away. If I can maybe, you can maybe even see them over the horizon. Bogachev code! They're getting now extremely close to each other. More close than a modern cruiser should get. Maybe I did something wrong, which I probably did. Maybe we can start to see each other. Oh! There they are. They're starting to fire. Sorry that I missed that, boys. There we go. Now we're having some sandboxes coming out the Moskva. We're starting to go on the offense. Oh, okay. There we go. I have no idea why that's so late. Maybe the ships and the high AI levels were possibly waiting before. Because at far ranges, the missiles are kind of ineffective. So the Moskva definitely did fire. Sorry for that. I should have ended that a little earlier. Meanwhile, the Tycho is pooping out SM-2s. Which are essentially the NATO's standard defense missiles, essentially trying to shoot down other missiles. There you go, SM-2s are coming out. There are like 64 SM-2s on a Tycho. Let's see if the missiles are trying to get through. But a sandbox is very fast. They are not as high, as low as a normal missile, but they are very fast and they're very threatening. Like a half-a-ton warhead on them. They're really good. There you go, the Moskva is starting to shoot some more out. There you go, here's another tube. There we go. Moskva is opening fire. But none of the missiles are getting through. They're all getting exploded by the SM-2s. SM-2s are very good missiles. Very good missiles. They're very fast, very effective. They're very good defense missiles. They're like, I believe they're called standard missiles. They're actually really good. So the Tycho's over here taking poos of SM-2s. Because it's like really starting to get defenseful. SM-2s are coming out. Now, unfortunately, the Russian sandboxes are amazing missiles, but they're not, like, you can't launch 90 of them like the Tycho can. You can only launch about 16. So that is an issue. I don't know what's better, having a lot of missiles that you can launch quickly, but that are not so effective. But granted, the SM-2s are very effective missiles. Or have the Russian sandboxes, which are extreme. There they go. That's like okay, Moskva is launching her last missiles. You can see all her tubes are open. And then probably, as I'm going to guess, they're going to go into a gun battle. Just watching SM-2 home on to his target. Boom. Very effective missiles, the SM-2s. And they just explode on their own. They're not really designed to be anti-ship missiles. They're more designed to be anti-missile missiles, so they counteract the missiles. So that's very fast what just happened. Moskva shot a bunch of its missiles. Unfortunately, the Tycho's SM-2s are really good missiles, and it just counteracted them. Now, the Tycho has another trick up its sleeve. It can launch harpoons. And harpoons are like the Russian sandboxes, except they're a little bit slower, lower. They only fly subsonic instead of these sandboxes fly supersonic. So we're going to come back here, watch the Tycho. Those little launchers back there, right there, those are the harpoon missiles, AGM-84s. Very good missiles, too. But not as comparable as the Russians' sandboxes. Also, the Russians do have another missiles. They're similar to the SM-2s. They're called Grumbles. So hopefully, once the Tycho... Oh, there you go. Tycho's launching SM-2s. I'm sorry, harpoons. And hopefully the Russians will counteract them with their grumbles. But I don't think them... Oh, there you go. It's just about to say, I don't think they're modeled. But wow. Russians are not counteracting them yet. Hopefully... Oh, silos are open, so they're going to start launching their grumbles or anti-missiles. Back there, those two silos they're opening. Okay, we have harpoons coming right at them. Not nearly as fast, but also much lower, harder to detect. It looks like the Russians do detect them by their radars. Very powerful radars. I don't know where their missiles are, but of Russia or American harpoons coming out. But the Russians aren't defending themselves yet. They could cure 2 hoots, but my guess is those AK-130 or those 30s are gonna definitely start to do some damage, cause some heavy conflict. So far, nothing's coming out of them, and those harpoons are getting. Let's check how close they're getting. 6 miles. They're very close. It's kind of getting a little close. 6 miles away, and they can destroy a warship. But my guess is they're too low, and Russian missiles cannot track them. However, I have a feeling that... Oh, they're coming in. I have a feeling that those AK-30s, the Russian Sea Whizzes, are going to give them a good old smacking. Yeah, Tycho lobbed a bunch of its harpoons. Ah, there we go. Those 30s are really hurting them. There we go. Russians had a different doctrine. They don't fire their own missiles to counteract. I mean, I know they do, but... There we go. That's what we came to watch. Let's spectate one of the missiles that are getting blown up. Yeah, these missiles are much slower than the... There we have them. These missiles are much slower than the shipwrecks or sandboxes, so you probably have a much easier time getting shot down. Those scary 30mm guns, too. Boom! Yeah, those harpoons don't stand a chance. But nor did those shipwrecks that the Moskva fired. Both countries have very good defenses. Oh, is one gonna get through? Is one gonna get through? One got through! Oh, one got through! That's not good. It looks like, I don't know what happened. Why aren't the, what's it called, Sea Whizzes coming in? Oh, that's not good. Russia lost about a fourth of his health. However, the Russian ships are much heavily armored than the Americans. But ouch, that's not good. I mean, the Sea Whizzes were reloading, but it's really not good. Luckily, nothing too bad is happening yet. We should start to get pretty close into actual close-in combat. Let's check how... 16 miles away, so it's going to be about a couple miles they'll start to get back in. There's another harpoon coming in, and I'm hoping that the Russians can defend themselves. Oh! The Tico has his guns trained. Or the gun, anyway. The Tico has his gun trained at the Moskva. Moskva is not really carrying much. It looks like maybe the Tico has better fire range. Let's see this harpoon coming in. I don't know, actually, my bet started to go tornado. Tycho is not a ship to mess with. Is the Moskva going to defend itself here? I don't think so. Uh-oh, the harpoons are won this one. Let's see how much damage it inflicts. Ouch. That's not good for the Moskva. Especially if it's going to do gunfighting. Ooh. Let's see what the Tico's doing. So far, nothing yet. Tico's winning, that's for sure. Those 127 mils aren't really responding to anything yet, though. Nor are the Russians, either. Could be maybe the 15 miles coming in. My guess is the Tico is going to have his gun shot first, so let's speed it up a little bit. Let's make sure the Moskva's guns aren't aimed either. They aren't. I have a big feeling that it could be... I don't know why the Sea-Whiz just gave up on the Moskva. Let's check our ranges. 13 miles. And they are going to intersect paths shortly. 13 miles. This is not going too well. But at the same time, the best isn't folded yet. Once those guns start to act, and it's a completely different story. Oh, there it goes. Boom! Boom! The Tico's lobbing them shots. What about the Moskva? Moskva's not... Oh, there it goes! Moskva's going! Those AK-130s aren't a joke. Oh, well, maybe they did some raining shots. But the Tico... Mean cannons, those 130s. I mean, 127s, I'm sorry. It's high rate of fire. They're going. Now it's going to take a second for those shots to come back to the Moskva, but I have a high feeling that it's not good, and I think the Americans... Oh. But those 130s are scary, too. You don't want to be at the receiving end of that. You don't want to be at the receiving end of that, that's for sure. Oh, the Moskva's lobbing them. It's going crazy. See what the Tico's doing? That's really cool. The Tico's 127s are great, but that's even better. Oh, and the Moskva's cannons may be running out of ammo, maybe reloading, who knows? Meanwhile, those marked... Oh, that's not a fun time on the ship for the Tico. Oh, but maybe the guns are a little more inaccurate on the Russians. Those 127s are... they're actually not too accurate either. Also, I just realized something. Oh, wait, did the Moskva just get hit? I think so, yeah, those 127s are actually very accurate. I also just realized something. The Tico has 2 guns, forward and aft, but only the forward ones are running since the Moskva is coming up on its side. Now, that could be a good thing, but it's actually kind of a good thing because once the Tico passes broadside, it has a whole nother cannon to unveil. So maybe, because Moskva has 2 barrels on the front, but that's its only deck gun. Besides its Sea-Whizzes, and that's the only primary armament. So Moskva's gone quiet. I mean, it's unleashed its fury, but I don't... Oh. Oh, that was good hits by those Ticos. Those Ticos guns are those 127 millimeters or no joke. Is the Tico still firing? No, it's gonna quiet as last two. They're within visual range. Granted, their horizon may still be preventing them to be seeing each other a little bit when they can see the top of their masts. But in general, they are fully aware of each other now, that's for sure. Yeah, Tico's gun has been shut down too. Maybe the aft gun will do something. But the Moskva has damaged the Tico by a pixel or two, so it's not too bad. Oh, but the Tico's guns are good. Moskva's definitely had some damage to it. But nothing too serious. That 127 millimeter though, ooh, that's not a joke. I mean 130. That is not a joke. That thing will fire good. But not that accurate. Let's speed up time a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's the rear gun. Rear gun's opening fire, Moskva. Oh, poop. Moskva's quiet so far. Tico's definitely hammering it. That's what I'm saying. Having a secondary gun may not be a bad thing. That thing's scary, too. It's rapid firing, too. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's a 2-second fire rate. That's crazy. Oh, Moskva's getting lobbed at at such a close range at 9 miles. That's definitely not doing too well for the Moskva. Oh, that's not doing too good for her. Tico might be our victor just because how close they are. This is not good. Maybe I did something wrong with the waypointing. If I did something, let me know in the comments. But the Moskva is, I believe, is going to be the loser. She's slowing down. Yeah, I believe this is the end for her. Ouch. That's scary. Oh, bro. That's... ouch. There's our winner. It's slowing down. 16 knots. Tico's still going strong at 29. Hammering the Moskva. No mercy. Hammering. Boom. After shot after shot. That gun does not give mercy. And Moskva's on fire. She's the goner. The ranges are so close that the guns are actually really accurate now at these ranges. There's the Tico. Maybe I screwed it up a little bit. Maybe I should have put the Tico so it doesn't go broadside right on her. I believe in a couple seconds the main forward gun's going to start coming online. Ouch, bro. That sucks. Moskva, it's been good. Ouch. I need to get a screenshot. And boys, that's game. That's game. The Moskva sunk. The Tico is victorious. And there's the gun returning back to its position. That's the game. Tico's moving. That's probably me. We can do a rematch later if you guys want it. Well, that's... ouch. Now, however, I have a next one we can maybe do in much closer ranges because actually the Moskva is very powerful, but the Tico has amazing defenses. It's not really an offense-oriented ship, but the defenses on the Moskva or Tico is really good. See, the Moskva only had its Sea Whizzes, or Russian variants. So, who knows? Maybe we could do a closer ranges, or maybe we could go different ships. Leave a comment which ships do you want me to do against, guys. I actually had a short fun. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Goodbye.